What have you learned about Bijan Robinson over the last several months now that you've had him in your family?
Yeah, I think with Bijan, that what makes him different, and I've said this, I got asked this the other day, and I meant this in all sincerity, like, he's one of the most mature players I've ever dealt with this much hype and expectation. Rich, I do honestly believe like it's harder and harder now to deal with hype. Every generation and whatever it is, and a lot of people now they live through their screen. And it's probably not the best thing, but it is. It's the way of the world right now, and it can mess some people up, and some people have a hard time handling expectations. Or God, we can go on and on and on, but a guy that's had that much attention and that much hype. And in a place like Austin and Texas, and we draft him in here, it's pretty impressive. On top of him being a really good football player. So he's handled all that stuff really well.
And there's no question in your mind about the workload you can give him as a rookie running back at all, Coach?
Be similar to CP. May make up another name. I mean, I'm calling him a joker. I don't know if you got another name. We can church up the depth chart even more.
Okay. Well, in terms of the joker position, we could not help but notice the letter J on the Falcons depth chart for Cordero Patterson. He's the first stringer joker position. Why did you do that? What's that about?
Yeah, sometimes I think you get bored with conventional wisdom. And it's not really what he plays, I mean, you try to stack them in a depth chart. I mean, the guys that we have up on game day to me are starters.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have a fixed, hey, this is the 11, and are you getting the 12, and this is how it has to be in this pecking order. When we play in so many different personnel groups, and guys, seriously, I mean, they play in different spots for us. And, and sometimes there are some guys that had these starting streaks, and that's important. I mean, I think of the starting streak, like Jason Witten, guys that had a string of game, in the first play. But some of it goes back, especially coaching tight ends. I remember this with a guy, Delaney Walker, who was a hell of a player. And we had Delaney in Tennessee, and I got to work with him in different roles for 7 years. I remember one time, it was Mike Mularkey, Mike was an old school NFL guy, and we were going to call a different personnel first play, and he did. And it taught me a lot. He said, hey, make sure we talk to Delaney that he's not going to be in there. That important. When I was refreshing that guy like Delaney, and we started finding this, I don't give a whatever. Yeah. Just you call whatever we need to, and all I care about is winning, And so everybody's different. It doesn't make it better or worse, but it's just, that's not our mentality. And we're going to play in a lot of different personnel groups, and guys are going to play different spots.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.